Hengki, ini kan untuk hengki tuh, terserah.
So, good morning everyone. This is Sastry again, and we'll be speaking about the one of the finest techniques of the world called Tung Acupuncture. Tung Acupuncture was once itself a legacy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Raise your thumb if you can hear me. आवाज बंद करो तो वो आवाज आ रही है इसको डाउनलोड मेरा वर्ड्स का आईडी दो इसको दे दिया ठीक है So can you hear me everyone? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So we will be speaking you about the Tung Acupuncture and some of the importance, and then we will be speaking you about zone 8 up to zone 8 of the Tung Acupuncture, which is to treat. Tung Acupuncture was one of the finest techniques of the world in which you can recover many disorders and diseases using this therapy. Distal acupuncture means taking a small area and treating a bigger area. For example, you are treating a low back pain using lingu dabai or two small points in the wrist. So there is another part of the Tung Acupuncture. Now you can see how Tung Acupuncture recovers patients. It's a very practical subject. I have treated a large number of patients, and in this career, I realized Tung Acupuncture is one of the finest techniques because it gives the fastest recovery in a patient. There cannot be anything more beautiful than Tung Acupuncture because Tung takes instantly. The moment you prick, you get the result. Master Tung said, if your diagnosis is so good and proper, if the insertion of needle is to the correct depth, and if the reaction area is correct and if the enough reaction is correct, you will get the instant result, and that is called the Tung Acupuncture is very good, very fine technique. If you understand this technique and practice it in your clinic, you get very good results, and that is why we say Tung Acupuncture gives very fast recovery in a patient. So we will be speaking about demystifying Tung Acupuncture because one thing more I want to tell you. In Tung Acupuncture, the needles are very minimally used. It's very safest technique. Nothing can be more safer than Tung Acupuncture. If you are not into tongue diagnosis of first diagnosis, you can from the symptoms you can reach to the cause of the disease, and from that palmar diagnosis. Tung is to believe on the palm diagnosis, and from where you can realize a lot of things where Tung Acupuncture. Will be it's a long journey, it's a marathon class, will take some more time to complete the class, but then when we speak about the slides, we'll be going one by one and we'll see how important is Tung Acupuncture is. Large number of people, acupuncturists believe in Tung Acupuncture because it was also a lineage in Chinese medicine, but then the people did not were given exposure about this subject in TCM because of a lot of commercial, political, and socio-economic conditions. आपको एक कुर्सी लाके देना पड़ा. So we'll be speaking about this. So what are there are large number of zones in acupuncture. So it is not based on meridian. Tung acupuncture is not based on meridian, it is based on zones. So what is the meaning of zone? The zone means the area. So this is one zone, this is the other zone, this is the other zone, this is the other zone. So what we say? 1, 2, 3, 4. बड़ा वाला नहीं है ऐसे चैम्बर से लगे. So how do you choose so many from so many points? How do you choose this point? So it will help you. PCM is always helping you to select large number of points for which disease which you need to correct. So it is based on holographic image. For example, I have a pain in the heel. So where is the holography of the heel? It is over here, the wrist. So using this PC, pericardium point over the wrist, you can recover the ankle pain. How? Because this body recovers like this. This is the feet area in the mirror. So where is the ankle? This area. If you needle this area, you will get to the relief of the heel pain. Then it is based on your TCM teaching, then based on the channel relationship, then based on the magic square, that is the right, left, up, down. So left, right, up, down. That is another part of this subject. Based on 5 elements, past and antique point and classic text, and just based on time of the day, time of that is called the Davis acupuncture, in which is based on the time of the day, time of the year, and see in those acupuncture techniques you will see a patient has come and then you calculate everything, and then you say the patient to come on the other day or the particular date or time. As per that, if you insert the needle in that particular time and process a particular method, then the channels, the blockage of the channel is open, and even in cancerous disease we work with this type of way, so that the patient gets very good recovery in this type of patients. So when we say about this tongue acupuncture, ये unstable है क्या connection? So it is based on reaction area. What do you mean by reaction area? The reaction area means once you insert a needle over here, so where will it react? It will react in certain organs, but the in organs. So there are how many in organs? So in hand there are 3 in organs, and in the leg there are 3 channels which are associated. Right? 3 in organs. So here what are the in channels? Lung, this heart, pericardium, and the lung. So, for example, I inserted a needle in 11.01. It affects where? It affects the large intestines, it affects the heart channel, it affects the particular channel. For example, so the moment you insert a needle to the area which it reacts, so giving a signal from the brain is called the reaction, and is based on the location of Dharma. See, Dharma means it's a combination of, for example, ZB31 and 32. These are the nearby points. So when you insert these 2 points at the same time in a particular depth, in a particular direction and manipulative way, you get instant result. For example, I'm having migraine. As per TCM diagnosis, you put some 10 points, liver points, this, that, right? But to make you punch, just take 2 needles and insert in GB31 and 32. Instantly the migraine pain. And that is called the Dharma. This is combining the nearby points in a particular technique. So in Tung Acupuncture, 2 main techniques are Dharma and Huima. So why do most important step is getting the DQ. So what do you mean by the DQ? DQ means inserting a needle and manipulating it like this. Can you see? Hand manipulation it is called. Insert a needle here and manipulate it like this. So if you manipulate it like this, you will insert what? The moment the patient says leave it. Again, leave it. Again, leave it. And give a particular straw. So in one cycle, 3 times manipulation is required, and in 45 minutes, 3 manipulation is required. Means 1 into 3 into 3. So one manipulative is into 3 times into 3 times. It is after every 15 minutes you will repeat the manipulative techniques for 3 times. So this is what we call as TQ. TQ means generate the needle. It's called. The moment you do this one manipulation, should come out. The moment the arm comes, it's your first generation of the chi. Second, chi. Then third, So the moment when you insert the needle, manipulate the needle in the third range, is third. It's the moment when you slight manipulation will get हेलो कौन बोल रहे हैं ओ प्रमोद जी कैसे हैं आप अच्छा 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 नहीं नहीं सब सही है सब सही है बहुत बढ़िया सब कुछ सही बोले सब कुछ ये लोग का भी काम करना पड़ता है sorry political phones are always there with me and then this also has to be there anyway so it is always say why you need to modulate the nerve. See, you don't see. Always remember, you everything should be moderate in Tung Acupuncture or any acupuncture technique. In Chinese or Japanese cue, I don't think it matters. And always try to understand. Do not kill your patients. Just get the right spot. The magic needling of the left hand. So see, Robert Chu is also one of the finest Tung acupuncturists, and he says that magic needling is on the left. So generally in his technique he uses most of the points wherever the efficiency is something, he uses the points of the left. I also do the same, I get good results. But in my technique I use my own certain methods like of microacupuncture and all. They give their own strategy to recover the patient. But whenever you see some chronic cases, critical cases, study the palm. You will see some blue veins, something and all, which we will teach you later on. In this, we should understand that the importance of using it in the left. So generally it is said that whenever you insert a needle, I believe to be a clock cycle of generally they believe it to be half an hour. But master to used to say a clock cycle of 45 minutes. Sumit ji ko phone kar. So it needs to be having a cycle of 45 minutes. And one clock cycle is 45 minutes. So the needle has to be inserted to the particular point for to a 45 minutes. So 30 to 45 minutes is always there. And more important, I told you that see, whenever you insert a needle, the depth is more important. You have to identify where is the pathology. Is in the canal level, is in the point level, is in the nerve level, is in the level. So as per the level, you have to insert that. Then another part is needle at the bone to recover the pain of the bone, needle at the nerve to recover the needle pain on the nerve, needle at the skin to recover the disease of the skin. But when you see diseases of eczema and all, they are the symptoms. So chromosome making very bad. And you will be asking me why does it take 45 minutes? Because it is 9 cycles which I have seen in my practical experience. And then a particular reaction is over by 45 minutes. क्रोमोसोम में क्या गाड़ी देना राजेश को भेज देना So Master Tung is known as Ching Chang Tung. It is the most important like a family lineage in this characteristic. I told you. In Chinese lineage, they destroyed all these books, literature, and then they forced him to be out of the country. So Master Tung memorized many things and then he chose 64 disciples as Baldak Kasan, Vecheya. Mariamli, I do not know whether he was a direct disciple or not. Then Zizu Kyu, and other Liu Ho, see, other people were also there. It's around 64, and these names were placed on this tomb. So all these 64 names are still written in the tomb of Master Tung. And in this tomb, you will see that Master Tung disciples became famous throughout the world because of their quickest results. You see, for example, I was sitting in my recently, I will tell you, I was studying the political head of my country, Sastry. He was in very severe pain in the heel. It was very difficult for me to touch the heel because if the movement he makes a sound, I insert a needle in the heel, and if he makes a noise, there will be fire on me. It was a very difficult situation because I had to insert the needle and the moment he says, I will be in trouble. So no noise should come out of the room. I was given instruction. And he was having severe heel pain, what to do at this moment. I had a laser pain. What did I do? I pressed two fingers on Nimbu Dabai here, and then I pressed one of my finger on the PC 7 years. And that's 7.5 years. You know what was the result? Immediately the heel pain subsided within 1 minute. And that is called to make it. And next day he did not have pain. Second day he did not have pain. And third day also he did not have the pain. So if you see in all the other techniques, this technique is one of the finest techniques to be done. And that is why it is said that you need to so it is said if you want to attain the result in Dharma, you need to select 3 points or 2 points at a time. So it all depends on the disease what you are concerned about, and need not exactly concern himself with the supplementing goo or draining needle technique. Yes. So it all depends on the patient to patient. I do not believe on this. We might be needing sometimes some goo technique also, drain technique also in treating with the patient. May not be in China, but in India you need a lot of a combination. Both supplementing is tonification and draining also is required. Sedating and tonification may be required in Tung Acupuncture, but then it does not influence the treatment. Generally, this treatment is based on the reaction area. And the more you attend the cure, the more faster results you will be achieving. Over the 60% of master tung points are Dharma point. It's a combination of points. It's not a single point. But in many diseases, you will say again tung points are critical points because the moment you insert a needle, the instant results. Now, the way you insert and the patient lifestyle is more important. Or because if you have a low back pain, you subtracted the low back pain, and then again the pain came. Why? The pain came only because of the reason that the patient was having diet, did not follow the diet restriction, he did not follow the lifestyle, he did not corrected his way because of which he had the disease. So generally, these diseases are called the lifestyle disease. If you do not correct it properly, you won't get results. Whatever results you take, whatever needles you put, if you do not correct your lifestyle, you may not get results. So in this technique, you get a good result only when you do it properly. The Tung Acupuncture is a famous technique. Dharma is a very fine technique. But Lingo Dharma, Dharma. Lingo Dharma is this, Dharma. For example, I am having a cervical pain, right? What to do? Put Lingo Dharma and put one needle in SI3 and drop by. Pain goes. This is what Tung Acupuncture says. Even the pain of severe cervical radiculopathy, nerve impingement from here to here, if the pain is here, what to do? Just put some needles. Where to put? 79 point. 7 tigers are very correct point. So if you use some needles in 7 tigers, 1, 2, 3. 3 needles you put on the contralateral side, as stated in the book of Yoga and Pada, I think in chapter 26. The moment you put this needle on the contralateral side, you get very good. Right. So now if you see, I give you some important points of Dharma. So whenever I get many cases of what? Impotency and sexual dysfunctions, especially see, they really you whenever there is a renal problem, kidney deficiency and other problem, you suffer from septicemia, nightfall, then sexual dysfunction, and other problems. So very simple. 3 needles are it. Which are the 3 needles? Even in low back pain. See, now you have to see how many symptoms the patient is suffering. So whenever a patient, write down the symptoms of the patient. What are his symptoms and what are his disease? So when you write down the symptoms of the patient, you will come to know about the functioning of the disease, how the disease was created, which are the problems he has. So according to the base of that, you have to look for the disease. So what are the things you have to do? You have to see where is the pain, where is the sexual dysfunction, and where is the whether the patient is having hypertension or he is having weakness of the body, and other things which you may accompany. You may also see the case of pain in the cervical, the cervical area, this area, collarbone. You may see, you have to see the whole symptom, whatever the patient has. So as per that, if you select what are the point you have to select, you have to see which is the most affected organ area in this area. So in that area, what you have to do, you need 88.9, 10, and 11, or 89.9, 10, or 2. So where are these? It is here, near the hip area. This is the bone, this is the thigh, this is the inner area above the knee. This tongue by, tongue V, and tongue shen. So it is called 89.9, 10, and 11. What they do? They recover large number of problems, especially sexual dysfunction, diabetes, dizziness, low back pain, edema, kidney and renal issues, and renal pain. Whenever you have some problems with UTI problems, also urinary tract infection, use this point 89, 10, 11. And because of edema and very cancerous disease, hepatic cellular carcinoma, when there is full edema in the body, use 88.9, 10. Very good, very nice, very satisfactory results you will get if you use this point. They are more satisfying than any other point I have seen in my life. And they are called, in my clinic, we call it Sastry point. Sastry point in the sense, these formulas in our clinic, they do not remember it as 18.9, 10, 11. We gave them something. So this group is called Sastry point. Sastry point means to insert it to the depth to such a level by which the patient has recovered. And the depth is more important. So here, if you want a depth, you have to go just above the bone. If you are having edema in the feet, if you are having low back pain, touch the bone. But if you are not having low back pain, bring it just above the bone. So that depth you must understand. To understand to acupuncture, your anatomy knowledge and physiology knowledge should be very good. Because to acupuncture is based on the anatomy of the body and human physiology. Right? So now it comes 77.1, 2, and 3. So whenever you have a vertebral bend, costochondritis, back pain, neck pain, see in certain times we'll see there is some edema in the brain also. Whenever there is a case of CV, vascular accident, cerebral vascular accident, you some brain edema. So there is, we call it swelling in the brain. And even in coma directions, when the patient is in after CVA, it is cerebral vascular accident. If the patient is under CVA and he is having a lot of problems, like he only responds to the pain signal, and then at that moment there is a swelling in the brain. So you know this one, 77.1, 2, and 3. And so you get a very good result. Even if you are having a migraine, if you are having certain other diseases, yes, you will get a result. The result will be very instant. For example, I'm having one headache, one-sided headache. I can't sleep. Oh, pain, cervical pain, because in fever, all large number of complications. No matter. You use 77.123. Yes, it will recover. So whenever you strain it is in Achilles tendon, and then you see that whenever you put it, just resembles the cervical spine. So when you use this, it creates a hollow. See, the holography means every body image of the body is resembled by the other area. For example, cervical is resembled by ankle, ankle is tendon. Ankle is resembled by the metatarsal area of the bone. It is the front area is resembled by the wrist, metacarpal bones. So if you see GB34 is here, say 36 is here. So whenever you want to tonify this, You may use ST36 over here. See, sometimes what happens, a patient in cancer, na, they have lot of problems and then the edema is in the feet. So the last part of the body where the edema does not exist is this area, below the elbow and out the wrist. So we call it pre-emergency exit also. So whenever you need to have some problem in the stomach, gastritis, large number of digestion problem, use this area. In holography, it is called ST36. See, just coming from the elbow, this is the knee, coming up here, is ST36. Over here, just knee below the elbow joint, over here. So this is called the holography. So as per the holography, we have selected 77.1, 2 and 3. Why we have selected? Because it gives very good recovery in the costocondylitis. What is costocondylitis? Having a pain is costocondylitis. If you have a very severe pain, sometimes painkillers do not respond, especially tramadol, diclofenac, or sodium chloride, or ibuprofen, paracetamol combination, or nimocidine paracetamol combination. They do not work in costocondylitic pain. Or even if they respond to certain patients, sometimes the condition becomes very alarming. Even in necrotizing pancreatitis, I've used 77.1, 2, and 3, and it gives good results. It's not all about it. After using only, I'm saying that. Now you will ask me, that a lot of female infertility cases. Yes, definitely. It's the most difficult situation we are facing in the world. What to do at this moment? Because it's a very embarrassing situation also. What to do, what not to do, nothing to worry. What to do make it better? Very simple. No need to open the clothes, nothing. Just use the thumb. One, two. That's all. It's called the Fuki. Fuki. Even otherwise, it has a very different name also. Earlier in some language, it was called Fuki. If you use this, yes, it helps daily. It improves your in women's case, it's a very beautiful point. 11.06 and that 11.24. Yes, it's very good. Combining in with Fuki 11.24, this is the zone. कहाँ क्या है इसका वो ये तो दिखाई नहीं देता इसका this 2 points and one is this. Combine these 3 points. You will get a lot of support. So whenever you see, I told you, what is distal needling? See, this is a distal needling. Why? Because by inserting the needle, you have the lesion area is uterus. So whenever you have problem in uterine problem and all, where do you go? Why do you go to so many hands? Just use 2 needles or 3 needles. Use this one, 7.24 and 7.06. Why no problems of uterine disorder? You try that once and see. There was a frequent case of uterine disorder, a lot of menstruation was there. I used these 3 points. It works. Nothing to worry about. So take the bone and bone treats the kidney. It is always said whenever you take the needle towards the bone nourishes the kidney. So take the bone to nourish the kidney. And when you insert this point, it nourishes the kidney. And most of the problem you will see there deafness in the kidney, is that problem. So because of these 2 points, you can subtract this. No problem. So it is something like that also. For example, I mean, this will be treating, will teach you a lot of things. You may not be put suggestions over here. See, then you can use TCM points also. See, everyone has modified many things. Master Tung also gave the Jones, the similar points like Li4 and all into different names. So you will find certain points of Tung at same location but different indication in here. So we should not put together the TCM point, their indication, this indication. You have to understand the indications of TCM point also that is required and indication of two points that is also required. So improvements are measurement not as per the first diagnosis and all. They are measured as per the farmer diagnosis. This is the farmer diagnosis which we will be teaching. And this is based on the reaction area. What is the reaction area? The moment you insert the needle, then it affects a particular area. So it is called the reaction area. So, for example, I am in severe cervical pain and lumbar pain. The patient does not want to go for decompression. So what to do? Put two needles in lingual non-affected area. Then use Li3 Zombi 8.04 Si3. Finish. The pain subsides within 2 3. Put one more needle in Li3 here on the affected side. Very good. For example, I am in severe pain. What to do? Put two needles in lingual and then aspirate blood from BL40. This again a very severe pain. Put lingual. On affected side, use kidney 3 deep inside, touching the bone and manipulate it. No benefit subsides. So easy. And that is why it is safe. You can use it with TCM points also. But then you must understand very clearly, you must demarcate it. You must not go as per TCM diagnosis. But in my way of treating, I say that everything is required and everything must be very nicely. Tung acupuncture also has its limitations, can also has its limitations, TCM also has its limitations. We also have our limitations. To overcome one limitation after another limitation, we have to take support of all other theories. So to when you think in your mind, you cannot put it like this is to make it, but that is 10, 10. Only I'll put this 10 and 10, 10, 10. So large number of now. Your brain is working like a brain, and it is a treatment of a patient. Whatever is best comes to your mind at that time. You should use this. So as per this, if you take the heart disease, you may go with 11.07, and then you may combine it with 88.123 as what I say, and then also combine with 66.03 and 4. So this combination I have seen many times. It works in many cardiogenic disorders. Even after there was a complicated case of bypass surgery, after surgery, some complications arise. And it was very well worried what to do at that moment because the medicine was not available during that period for heart ECG. I decided to use this pill because the cardiologist was sleeping. He was sleeping, and then it was very difficult at that moment what to decide, what not to decide. I thought of doing something whether it helps or not. But then when we entered to this combination, it helped. It helped. It was not talked about. Really helped. This combination is very good combination in heart disease. And you may also add R7 with PC6 and 5. So here if you see, it really helps. No doubt about it. No one can doubt this. See, this is okay, but when I ask you about the knee pain, I just have 2 points in my own way. What are the 2 points? PC6, heart 7. These 2 points I'll give the BL40 area. If you ask me, if you say in very severe osteoarthritis pain, what will I do? I'll select Li11 over here. This is a holography of the knee. So I'll take 75 mm needle, directly long needle, then slightly in a horizontal plane. I'll be trying to press the bone like this. Right? And थोड़ा बहुत needle like बड़ा होगा छोटा 75 mm लेके so these points are also correct and my points are also correct. For example, I mean very severe pain in the knee. Put two needles in the Femfo and Jomfo area, Femchi and Jomfo. Knee pain subsides. Even there is no knee pain, nothing to worry. Put Budava 25 ST36 with Sengwa. We'll show you the location of Sengwa. And Sengwa point is 1 point is enough. Put to 175 needle same one and put one moksha, put two mokshas until the patient feels steady. No need to do anything. Put the needle in the same one and put two mokshas. Low back pain, severe kind of osteoarthritis subsides immediately. Before the moksha burns, pain subsides. Use the uh, healthy, that's opposite meaning. There is another point you will see. Acupuncture is classical in the sense that uh, one point is, for example, if the patient is in tingling sensation, burning sensation, what to do? Put needle on same one, put needle there, and put one moksha and then put liver free with liver the non-affected side. You get two results. And this is very important thing because in neuralgia, छोटा वाला नहीं छोटा वाला so this needle, if you want to subside the knee pain, to do insert this needle from here and take it here. And then it touches the bone. From ally level, take it here and then putting it here, and then you will see the pain subsides of the knee very easy. Now you will see the jaw pain. What is the jaw pain over here? In some older cases, there is a pain of fibromyalgia. The pain starts from here. This becomes very acute. It is very acute. So what to do? The patient is 88.25. How to deal? Just take one net bar 88.25. Second point is 1.5 tune interior, and third point is 1.5. So it is 88.5, 25. There are 3 points together. Nearly at 88.25, GB 31, 32, and just one more point add. One. So needle just 3 points at a time. And then add 77.23 and 222. It is between ST36 and GB34. So for example, this is ST36, right? How to show you? This is main. This ST36, GB34. In between, here is this is called 77.22 and then go little back 0.2 join disturb. This is just getting the down 0.2 and then you will see 2 not 0.22 2 distance. You will see this 0.2, 0.22 and 0.23. Yes, it gives very good recovery. So in PMJ, it is a very difficult situation because I found many cases with this PMJ, but to work, nothing works out. So when the pain is very severe, so when the pain is so soaring, it becomes like when you cannot stop, you do it like this and you come. In my chamber, many times the patient came like this. He speaks to you like this. Ah, I cannot open my mouth. This is how you speak. And at that moment, what to do? You do nothing. You insert needle at GB 31 and 32. And then add 77.2, 22 and 23. So at GB 31, 32, and then one more 32. Was a 1.5 tune down and 0.22 and 0.23. These are two needles. It works. So many options and choices are there. Don't try to memorize all this. These are just I've given you some examples by which you may deal with some cases which are very critical in nature. But then when you speak about this, Yes, it helps. This is my experience. People come with very severe pain, they suffer so very badly, but when you treat this, it helps. Nothing goes in waste. Tongue acupuncture really helps. In TMJ, it helps. No doubt. So it always says the human, heaven, mankind, and earth. So Tao says, heaven says three is the very important number in Chinese medicine. Dharma consists of three needles, three depths of knitting, skin, nerve, and bone. So that is another problem, and three is a very important number. So all these things are there which you have to work with. Always remember whenever you work with this certain diseases, even taking, you must be very careful about the depth of the needle. I have certain times in many cases people say do not puncture the organs. Yes, I don't puncture the organs, but then my knowledge would be so good that it touches the organ, the needle touches the organ. That is why it is required. So very powerful to stimulate the channel and vein. So one equal to one it is same. But here again it can be anything about the Dharma. So one to so not to understand it as just one plus one equal to three or it is one equal to one. But it can be one plus one equal to four also. It can be any figure of the one. It's one into one into one. So it all depends what's your experience and how much you can learn. It's a practical subject. Master Tung never taught on what we have been teaching. He used to teach, he used to be silent in his class. He never used to speak what I am speaking to you. He said, learn, observe, seek, and you will understand. So he used to put the needles, and then he used to go away. And then his disciples used to question the person. So the most important thing is questioning your own self while you see a master treating a case. And this is what Master Tung did, and then why it is why Tung Acupuncture spread throughout the world. His ways of teaching was so unique, so marvelous that yes, he produced some of the finest. And Dharma is a very beautiful technique of doing. Inserting three needles at a similar range of sight. We will also focus on reaction areas, neurophysiological. This reflects the knowledge of the delicate energy of the body. And you see all these things I told you. It's just like a sending a signal to the brain and getting a reaction and reinforcement from the brain. It is a generating a membrane potential at the impulse which you give it the membrane level of the brain. And then the calcium ion channels are open and then the reaction area is developed. And this is what how you recover it is. So this is what I believe a particular case if you recover. You have to recover it with a beautiful nature, you have to observe the patient, you have to observe yourself, you have to learn properly a particular system of acupuncture to get a good results. And this is what all acupuncture is. Hello. हाँ कौन सुमित्रा को चंदन है सुमित्रा को तुम फोन कर दूसरा फोन पे बात कर लो चंदन खुद ही बात कर लिया ना बोलना क्या So see, we have to understand another very important case is COPD case. It's the test of the obstructive pulmonary disorder. That is, we get it in large number of cases of bronchial asthma. So when we get a cases of bronchial asthma, now you must wants to speak something, say to me. You want to say something, Titorini? Any you want to speak something?
Yes.
Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you want to ask.
No, no.
So when we speak about this, it is a force clause, fortune proximal to the wrist, lung channel, and 2.23 tune this one. So you go to LU5 and LU controls the diaphragm. Why we selected LU? Because it controls the diaphragm. And then the reaction area is what of the LU5 is heart and lung. We know the heart is extremely important when it combines with lung issues. They are at the so whenever you have a COPD case, which is a lot of problem, you need a teamwork. For example, without a team, you cannot work in this type of combination. So what we have done, we have selected LU5. LU5 and inserted the needle in the proper way to a particular depth. This reaction area is what? Lung and heart. So heart is required to recover the area of the bronchial asthma or COPD. In combination with, you need to add. So with 3 amperes, first point is 1.5 distal to SP9. Then you have to 2 point is second point is SP6.25, and third point is fortune proximal, and second point to SPLU TT charge. See, what I'll give you a very simple example. You go for 88 point. 1, 2, 3. So whenever you have certain problems in the COPD cases, go to 88.1.23, then SP 9.25.5, and then also you take SP 6.25 and zero point 0.5. So here we can see the tongue areas. Tongue acupuncture TCM is not different, only the pathological mechanism is different. Both are different types of points in its own school of area. This is based on tongue, pulse, and everything. Here it is based on palm and reaction area, nerve reactions. So it is based on modern medical. The part of tongue acupuncture is based on modern medical science, but it is based on traditional system. If you compare tongue acupuncture with TCM, you get very slow results sometimes, but in tongue acupuncture you have results are very good. कोई नहीं है अभी तक कोई भी नहीं है क्या हाँ तो लेट हो गया सर अभी अभी कोई इलेक्शन क्लास कोई बात नहीं so so whenever you have these problems especially spinal pain, you may combine it with lingo dawai, and then you may use SI3 zone by A.04, that also works. Then on non-affected side, when you have a severe pain at L4, L5, use lingo dawai and kidney 3, it also helps. Whenever you have a severe pain at lumbar pain with combined with cervicogenic headache and cervical spondylitis, what to do with migraine? There are 3 combinations: migraine, cervicogenic headache, and CBS. What to do? Use lingo dabai and combine it with SI3, SI3.5, and SI3.7. So if you see whether with various areas, if you put some reactions together, some needles together in a particular sequence, it becomes a very good reaction area. And in this reaction area, you get a very good result, and that is what we are looking for. So one thing we have to understand that these points have a very good reaction area. So when you put these 3 points together, it is why it says that
See?
is based on down. So when you combine certain points together in a particular sequence, you get very good results. For example, BL 65, 62, and 60, if you combine trauma TCM, the reaction area is what? Kidney, bladder, And see, whenever there's a problem, no, we should also understand kidney, husband and interior exterior relationship of PCM, of hygiene. So, kidney is the husband-wife relationship. Kidney is yin and the person is husband. So, whenever you treat the wife, you also treat the husband. So, in that area, if you see, PS 55, 60, and 2 and 60, it's a very good trauma combination for treating large number of problems. For low back pain, this is a very good formula. As you can see, this formula really helps, especially 44.0203 and 04. It helps to recover large number of low back pain areas. And then spleen and kidney is always associated with the inflammation. So spleen and splenomegaly and other problems also you can use 44.0203 and 04 in combination with SI 3.5 and LI 11.0103 and 04. So always remember how to be a good. See, Master to the biggest problem of Master to Master, he told everyone to get realized by so Vichy Hang had his own theory, Master Tung had his own way of working. So the way we got result, even my location has been slightly differentiated from other acupuncturists because the way we get results we speak. Everyone has his own way of getting. We are from Tung school, no doubt, but we have our own experience to Tung acupuncture. So whenever we get results, there is no problem. And when you work with this, you get very good results. So whenever you get good results, you get good results. There is no doubt about it. And then tongue acupuncture, you get very good results. Speak about this in many tongue points you will know. Most importantly, my hair also said, when Brett Wisner said, other writers also are including
Buat
me.
alas. Pas.
That all styles, see, this is a beautiful, colorful garden having thousands of flowers. Each has its own fragrance. So you smell the fragrance and understand the techniques. Every teacher, every person who has treated a large number of patients has acquired some skills of treating the patient. So whenever you treat certain patients, you get good results and instant results. So that's it. If you want to treat a patient, you treat it and you get results. And that is what acupuncture is all about. I found my own truth. This is what I speak after treating thousands of patients. You don't have to listen to me. You use any teacher as a guide. You must walk the path. You must learn your own truth. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart, who looks outside dreams. Find your own truth. I can only show you the path. While walking, you will get your own beauty. Share the beauty with others. This is what Master Kamu said. Do not digest your own food, but share your food with others. That is called the beauty of acupuncture. Acupuncture gives that beauty, and to acupuncture really helps. Yes, we'll go with others. So one other thing we must avoid when we see that if you treat more than 70 to 80% of the pain can be they don't take it without recurring expenditure, also you can sustain and recover the patient suffering from chronic pain because it's internal. If you overcome that So see, more than 70% of the pain who suffer from acute and chronic pain, they try to manage this pain. They do not conservatively respond to a particular problem technique. They have a large number of body. So whether if you use acupuncture, it helps you to withdraw the medicines, but it also helps you to recover the large number of problems. And this is what we say about acupuncture techniques. Also. So see, this is all what I say. This is a minimum need of expertise of a pain is not using large number of needles and large number of needles you increase and then you are a good acupuncturist. No, no, no. Acupuncture does not speak about the using of maximum points. It speaks of minimum points to be used in a particular way. And so the more the expert, the more the less needles you use. So you try to use as minimum needles as you can in a particular way to get better results. And this is what we are speaking of today. And certain points get very good results, especially during the jingle points in times of very acute deep crisis, chronic insomnia. You did all the jingle points, and sometimes you did the leg jingle points, and it gives you very good results. Sometimes massaging LI for an LI 25 also gives you very serious results in recovering the patient. So you will see in zone 1 of Tung Acupuncture, there are how many points? 27 points are there in zone 1. So these points are there in here. So 11, it starts from 11.01 and it ends at 11.27. So number 2 zone is 22.01. It starts from the pain and dorsal palm and dorsal area. This and the dorsal area. It is a big area. So it has how many points? It has 11 points. And in Teneri, it's in the back. So it is at 1, 2. 3 is the forearm. From the wrist to the elbow is 3. And then the 4 is from the elbow to the upper arm. 5 is the plantar area, means below the feet. 6 is the dorsal foot, means this area of the foot. Dorsal. 7 is the leg or of the calf. So in between the knee and the elbow. Knee and the ankle. So in between this is the knee and this is the ankle. The area between the knee, this is the knee and this is the ankle. So this area from the below the knee till the ankle is what? 77. 7. 70. So above the knee and to the pelvis area. That is called the thigh area and it consists of 32 points. And then the point number 10 is consists of is in the head and this consists of 25. Ventral and dorsal trunk points are 116. So most of the points you will find large number of points GT and VT. Out of which GT points are given importance, but VT points are not of much use in treating this. So certain zones have special characteristics. Finger hands had treat more acute conditions and get faster symptoms relief. So whenever you have this situation and this areas in selection of the points, whenever it is acute, you get more good results from here. Leg thigh treat more chronic conditions. When you speak this, it helps this, and when you speak of leg and thigh, it gives more chronic conditions can be recovered from that. So these are classified into two parts. One is acute and one is chronic. Acute means which is before 6 months, and after 6 months it becomes chronic. So whenever you treat a problem which has been occurred, say about 10 days back or something, so try to use this 11 June and 22 June for that. But when the disease becomes chronic and critical, go to the thigh area. Thigh area deals with chronic and critical problems. सुमित जैसे एक बात करना So trunk points, this is dorsal DT points, what we call DT points are generally not needle, which is in the back DT and between the metro trunk points. So they are not needled; they are bleeded. So if you bleed that area, yes, get some. For example, I'm having pain. I go for bleeding DT point 0.04, 3 point John. I get good results. Next. अच्छा भाई उनको गाड़ी के लिए क्या हुआ उसको फोन नहीं उठा रहा चैनल का फोन आया था भी नहीं उठा अच्छा स्लीपिंग टुडे स्लीपिंग
No, 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 no.
नो स्लीपिंग इन द क्लास
No, no.
नो स्लीपिंग विल कंटिन्यू टुंग एक्यूपंक्चर See, what is important is that the core theory says that if the point is correct, if the breathing process is correct, and if the location of the needles is correct, if the diagnosis is correct, which is the common diagnosis, if the diagnosis is correct, if the depth of the needling is correct, if the reaction area is correct, you get instant results. And this is all what to be. The moment you insert the needle, for example, you are having hernia. In inguinal hernia, you have a very severe pain in the testis area. So what to do? You put it. Or if you want, I can show you one example. I'm going to give one boxing to this fellow, and then when it's a measure in 11.01, 02, and 03, you will see you will get good results. Okay, coming. See, holographic images they play a very important role in the body. This always says that the brain is based on holography. You can create this holography in large number of places. Some equipment is based on the principles of holography because if you treat heel, this is a holography of the heel. Now, for example, if you treat this area for knee, it resembles elbow resembles knee. If you take 77.01, 02, and 03, if ankylosing tendon, you see it resembles the cervical area. So see, in holography, the whole body resembles the hologram. Yatha Brahmeshwar means whatever is in the outside is inside, and whatever the body is, the celestial image of the whatever is in the universe is inside the body. It's only up to you how much you realize. Similarly, the same every pattern is made of holographic and correspondence images is a very important role. And so, if you see this type of diseases and recovery of the pattern, yes, it is very good. I already told you. See now, body yatha brahma tatha siva tatha jiva is first Brahman. Means it is said that whatever is in the universe, the body contains the whole power of the world. And whenever you see it resembles that, for example, the God is the we are the holography of the God. So there is the resemblance of God. Similarly, this body can be resembled in the domain, it can be resembled in the palm. It can be resembled from the mirroring, what we call it, the Buddha creative mirror. So holography is mirroring area. So the large number of data are there is the body, large number of images, large number of so you will be told that. So now when we speak about the rules of diagnostic and treatment, you have to understand where is the disease, how is the disease, and how to correlate it, and how to recover it. So it helps the patient. So to help the patient, you need to work with all this. So channel correspondence. So whenever you work with this treatment tissue correspondence is very important. Identify the disease channel and choose the treatment channel. So, but this is what I said in 2 months, 10 months to say. Then also follow many of the two formulas in which it says identify the disease channel and pair it accordingly. So when you identify the disease channel, you have to pair it accordingly with the reaction organ, with the reaction and reaction area. So this equity distal thinking also helps when you work with the adjacent nerves. For example, I'm having cervical neuropathy. What I did, I inserted in the lymph the bite, and then I treated as if it's all bite, and I go to this. So when you combine this type of combination, you give a very good reaction to the kidney. The moment the kidney is released, it is released of kidney. This is our problem. Very powerful. This is all about. Three sections. The body has three sections. What is upper equal to upper limb, middle equal to trunk, and lower equal to lower limb. So what are the three sections? If you remove the neck, this is upper, middle, and the limbs. So each section can be further divided into three parts: root, center, and teeth. So what are the three things you can divide the body in a holographic way? It is root, center, and teeth. What again? It's the root, center, and teeth. Here you can see two corresponding of arm and leg. So this you can see this is the same thing what we have studied in tense to this. This ankle is resembled to this ankle. This elbow resembles this, and this area resembles this. So it is done into three parts: mirroring and reverse mirroring. So when you make reverse mirroring, this ankle joint becomes the pelvis, this elbow remains the same, and this area becomes this. This is called the uterus becomes the ankle. So that is what another part of the story is. There are two types of mirror, one is reverse mirroring and mirroring. So whenever you speak about orthography, you have to understand the mirroring technique. In mirroring techniques, you identify the same mirror, you make the same the different. So here you can see this small area, this from year to year, which we will be teaching you on a different chapter. We covered a number of diseases from that also. So it is called small thiety long bones. So you will see tongue pain, large number of problems can be treated from this area also. You just need one or two needles over there. We have taught you all this in the balancing method. You see, we call it six balancing system. In the sixth system, one system balances the same number. For example, spleen of this large intestine of this and treats the large intestine of the other. So spleen treats the spleen, kidney treats the kidney. So kidney of the left side treats the kidney of the left side. So branching connections describe linear channels and pairing. So I told you have to describe that, and the balancing system is already there. And with the help of six balancing systems, this part is done. I already told you the most important part is the depth of the needle. So So you have to understand that to what depth you must take to the needle. Then you should get that particular reaction. It is not about the working on the thing, it is about the working on the disease. So if you find out the cause of the disease, the reaction area, you find out which steps you must go to get the appropriate result in the patient. See, one more important thing, see, this is what one should study. The basic book one should study is the Yellow Emperor. Even in Shanghai University, they say that if you do not study the Yellow Emperor, you will study nothing. But they say that the Yellow Emperor. I would like to hear about the piercing the swallow. Wang Di, the Yellow Emperor, asks to Kibo, Kibo, please tell me. I would like to know about the piercing the needle, swallow, and dip section. Just give some light on this, the deep and swallow. So what did Kibo reply? When piercing the bones, do not harm the sinews, do not harm the tendons. So whenever you put the needles towards the bone, do not harm the adjacent area. Your needles should be very beautiful needle. Your skin should be beautiful. That you do not harm the sinews. When piercing the sinews, do not harm the flesh, and when piercing the flesh, do not harm the vessels, and when piercing the vessels, do not harm the skin. When you pierce the skin, do not harm the flesh, and when piercing the flesh, do not harm the sinews. When piercing the sinews, do not harm the bones. So you just say that you cannot get harm to your needle should be very polite and soft. So when you needle with the you do not when you needle the sinews, you should not harm the flesh. When you do not harm the flesh, if you needle the flesh, you do not harm the vessels. So yeah, as per the you should not harm anything in the body when you treat it. So it is said, whenever there is a problem in the skin, treat which organ? Skin and lung. For example, there is a eczema in the body. What will you treat? You treat skin and lung. So whenever there is a problem in the vessels, you will treat vessels and so heart surpasses blood. So you treat vessels and when there is a tendon, you treat tendon and liver. So whenever there is a problem in the tendon, you treat tendon and liver. Whenever there is a problem in the flesh, you treat flesh and skin. So whenever there is a disease, you take this reaction area. So you need to the flesh, taking those areas which covers the what? Skin. So when the reaction area should be spleen, reaction organ should be spleen, and the needle should be up to the flesh area. So whenever you want to work with the tendon, you work with liver and tendon. So needle up to the tendon level, so that you can start with bone, bone and kidney. Kidney nourishes bone, so whenever you touch the bone, particular bone, for example, vertebral pain, osteoarthritis, so you should take the needle to the bone. And since bone is nourished by kidney, so kidney also get nourished and the patient's problem is taken. What are needling rules and methods? Is needle distal area and contralateral and epilateral. So needle is distal, contralateral, and epilateral. So Dauma, coupled verses. So it says this Dauma is two needle or three needle technique, and then Dao in guiding or Dom Q moving technique. So Dao in is moving technique. We'll explain you about that later. ventilation technique, long retention, yes. So these are something, for example, certain points you need to stimulate for a long time, and then long retention, yes. In especially in the chronic problems, you need long retention of energies. You need to recover the outcome the problem of the patient. So what is the there must be status in stasis in strange diseases. There must be a stasis in strange diseases. So whenever you will find something that to difficult diseases, there should be first stasis. So this stasis is there and serious diseases must have stasis in them. Stasis means okay. So for example, you will see two whales and all these are the stasis. That's stasis. The flow in the channels and the vessels does not stop. It circulates without break. When a cold queue enters, when the wind enters, channel stoppage and slowing results, and the channel do not flow. When the cold queue lodges outside the vessels, then the blood is diminished, and so when it lodges inside the vessels, the queue cannot pass. This is called the sediment. Whenever a pathogen enters inside the body, what happens? The energy in between the channel blocks. So when the energy blocks, it does not move. So when it does not move, what will happen? The energy gets stagnant, and because of the stagnation, it suffers from disease. And that is what is called pain. See, another more important thing is that whenever there is a pain, they say release of endorphin from the body. And whenever there is endorphin continuously, this adrenaline is also released, which is just the depression of the patient. So whenever you treat a pain patient, you must also treat it psychosomatically. The sense that is having pain and is suffering from depression, what to do? You should recover the patient by putting by putting those points which are called ghost points, which will explain. Ghost points also plays important role in combination in the two points. So yes, if you work with the ghost points like LI11 is a ghost point, these also a ghost point. So those points also plays an important role in treating the depression because depression creates pain and pain creates depression. So see, fatigue means tiresome feeling in the patient. So whenever you find a lot of patients who are having getting fatigue while they cannot walk, there is a lot of fatigue in walking of a local patients. After walking, sometimes they become heavy and cannot walk further. And so they feeling of tiredness and feeling letharginess in the body. And even you may feel cold in a very summer day. It's called lethargy, it's called fatigue syndrome. So what are the things we may choose into? We will choose Lingo Davai and 52 point. Lingo Davai is to be used with 1010.22. We'll explain about this. With 22.0 is 8 and 09 NSP. Combine this together. It is to make a bunch of things perfect together. Just to be able to I'll be teaching you all these points right now, so we will not be going through this details. अब तुम पॉइंट्स पे आ जाओ तुम पॉइंट का जो किताब है ना वहाँ इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं नहीं पूरा किताब दिया है तो हो गया Now comes the most important part is Tung Acupuncture, the Tung points, the most beautiful thing of the entire chapter. So we'll be teaching you about the Tung point. This is from my own book which I have written, and it is based on my experience. It is not always required that we follow what is given to us. We also have to find our own way. ये कौन है? May I know your name, Dr. Pain Acupuncture? Oh, ये वो है अहमदाबाद से. Okay. So now we'll go to a small chapter. We will be classified into two parts, which is 11 to 5 and 5 to 8. So we'll be covering as much as we can. So 11.01 is a very important point, and it deals with great distance space, and it is called as the it's a big distance. It is called Dajian. So Da means great and Jian means space. So when you speak about the Dajian, it says 11.01. 11.01 is a point over here. Just in Tung Acupuncture, the furnace is divided into this area. 1, 2. So one area is this is one area, and this is one area. 3 areas. Like this. So this is one area, this is one area, this is one area. So 11.01 is a very good point. It helps you. The combination of 11.01, 02, and 03 helps you to recover pulmonary hernia, chest pain, hiccups, and also it helps you to recover the low back area, knee pain, and especially the lung area. So whenever there is a COPD case, use 11.01, 02, and 03. This is a very good point. The reaction area is heart organ, heart and lung. And the radial nerve, the nerve reaction nerve is the radial nerve, and the reaction eye is the heart, small intestines, and large intestines. And according to me, it also helps in the skin problems. So I also consider it in the reaction area. Lung area. So in reaction like 11.01, 02, and 03 is a very good result in hernia, chest pain. The combination of these 3 points is marvelous to recover. At 11.04, It also helps you to recover large number of disease in the area. The needling depth should be 2.5 cm thin. So you should not needle completely and it should be not more than 2.5 thin. The needle, and here one thing one must understand that to never needle with this hand and this hand at the same time. Bilateral knitting is prohibited as well as bilateral knitting is prohibited and as well as uh, it should be contralateral knitting. If the pain is on the right side, this. But if the pain is very severe on the central location, you cannot identify the location. Otherwise, contralateral knitting is very important. 11.1, 11.2, and 11.3 and 11.4 are the same reaction area and indications. So now comes 11.05. 11.05 is here. This 11.05. Yes. You can see. Yes. You can see how to needle the answer. So it's having the same indication: chest pain, hernia, blurred vision, headache, palpitation, tachycardia, bradycardia. It helps in all the situations, and it also helps in the knee pain. So when you supply, what is the reaction area? See, lung, heart, and six valves. And I also say the reaction area is kidney. So see, this is a very good combination. If you can combine 2 and the triangular, hey, to both of us. These four needlings are needled together and especially effective for treating mounting the queue. So whenever there is a large number of problem, whenever there is a very severe pain, if needling goes, it does not give you, means if there is a large number of pain, very severe pain, say hernia has to be operated, no doubt about it. But certain time you need to manage the pain. So how to manage the pain? You needle in 11.0102 and you can put 11.05. But whenever there is a pain and you do not get it relief, so you will see a greenish vessel in this area. I have often found it hernia patient. In this area you find a greenish vessel. What to do? You bleed it, cut. Sometimes you say 3/8 needle is required. No, no, it's very painful during 3/8 needle. You bring what you call lancet, diabetic lancet. You just use it like this. Cut, cut. There is no pain. Or use the disposable needle. Click. And then bleed this area. Pain subsides. Here comes the 11.06. So, whenever this uterine tumor, irregular menstruation, leukorrhea, especially in gynae problem, you can combine this point with Fuchsi. So, when you do this, whenever this is retro person of uterus, combine 11.06. Frequent urination, especially in UTI infection, vaginal swelling and all, you can combine 11.06. It is very good point. It helps you in large number of problems. With Limbutabay on the other hand, use 11.06. It gives good results. Even in uterine cancer, uterine inflammation, it gives irregularity of leukorrhea. There is quite abnormal vaginal discharge, non-flow of the fallopian tube, non-free flow of fallopian tube, retroversion of the uterus. Yes, it gives, especially in diabetic patients, there is frequency of urination, or maybe in UTI infection. You can use this point to subtract this. And you can use it, combine it with SP6, it gives very good results. The reaction area is liver and kidney, and the nerve is distal ulnar nerve. So the nerve which you see is distal ulnar nerve, and it is the reaction area is for liver and kidney. And it's the 5 vein to the ulnar side of the medial line of the palm. This is the location which you can see of the point. Is 11.07. So it's a 3-point unit. 11.07 is what? There are certain points which is not like 1-point unit or 2-point unit. I see you in Tung Acupuncture, there may be 3-point unit. Asan, I cannot see you. Bring yourself in the mobile. You people come and then you cover your face and you move around. I don't know what to do. Asan, come on the mobile, I don't see you. So this is 11.07. So this is called a 3-point unit and this is called G-Shima. So G-Shima is a very good pain recovery of dermatosis, especially in eczema and all. Tinnitus and otitis. Yes, whenever there is too much noise. One thing must classify what is tinnitus is a hearing noise in the ear. Continue this one because of some disorder in the ear. It is associated with vertigo and imbalance. So using 11.07 itself is enough to recover a disease. It's very good for pain of pleura, it's very good for rhinitis, tinnitus, otitis, dermatosis, and chest pain. So this 11.07 is very good for this. Even you will see I have some dark spots in my face now. Here, here. This is segmentation of energy. So even in that case, it's 11.07 is very good. What is the nerve it is affecting? It is the medial nerve and its reaction area is lung. So in skin problems, you must touch what? The lung area. The skin touches the skin and plus lung area. So middle in this area is superficial level. And then the reaction area is the lung. And the nerve which it comprises the medial nerve. The needle tap should be 0.5 tune. And it is very effective in shoulder pain. Even in shoulder pain, it's very effective. You needle it and there's a lot of even in further shoulder case. When you have severe pain, you combine it with GP34, ST36, and 11.07, I suppose. Yes, 07. It's very good for recovering of this area. And the point is located in LI channel and it's related to externally, internally, and covers the skin. And so I told you, even in eczema, this point is very good in combination with SP6 and SP9. So here comes the 11.08. So this is called the C and U5 open thousand gene called the name implies something very precious. So what you will do? 11.0 it is very good point. You will see some patients, especially my father's own case also when he was on the dying bed just before he entered the stage of coma, he was complaining a lot of gastritis and lot of problems. He could not needle large number of points in that area. So what we did is that we selected these 2 points, 11.08. 11.08 is a very good combination for a fishbone struck whenever you feel some striking of area, abdominal pain, hemorrhoitis, and all. You will see a very good result by inserting 11.08. Here is 2 point. It's a 2-point unit. 11.08 is a 2-point unit. So it's a superficial nerve and the reaction area is now. So you will see it's a superficial nerve and the reaction area is there. Now what to do? Inflammation of the intestine. So it's more indication is that whenever there is inflammation the lower side, especially during constipation and all. There is lot of pain. So what will you do? You combine this area with this one and manipulate it with this one. Nah? Even it helps you to remove the vertebral pain, costochondritis. I've used in many cases. I've used this one over here. The other area. So when I combine it with this 11.08, it gives very good results. Vertebral pain, costochondritis, and other areas. This 11.9. So 11.9 is another point which you can read also. So in many cases when I got the pain of the knee which did not recover by I commanded to remove the wine in 11.9. So 11.9 was very good point when you put says that the pain is in this area in the mid of the joint processes and even in the knee. And you see the miracle that you insert this needle in this area and the knee pain is gone. It is at this point, 11.09 is really helpful for this. So the channel which is connected is the pericardium, and since it is connected to the pericardium, it will help you not in the osteoarthritis, especially in getting great for osteoarthritis. When there is a serious pain, when there is a it's a deformity of the knee joint, you will get this type of recovery. Insert these 2 points, 1.09. It is very fast recovery. It is combined with pericardium 6 and heart 7 and bleeding of the BL40. You will get instant relief from sciatica. So this is a very good case where you get very good release. And in combination with 11.08, it gives immediate relief in terms of OI and KID. Whenever you see a patient that has osteoarthritis, you also assess this problem and then it's a very good relief. Now comes the 11.8. It's a very good point. It was for combine 11.9 with 11.10 with 11.11. Or you can combine 11.9 with 11.10 and with 11.30. This can come this for me. 11.9 combination with 11.10 with 11.30. So insert this and put electrical stimulation for a paralytic case. Combining this combination with Indian scalp is very good and instant recovery in paralytic cases, and the patient gets a very fast recovery. Now, एक बार washroom check. Please give me 2 minutes. I'm coming from washroom. Give me 2 minutes. I'm coming from washroom. So see, whenever there is a paralytic case, see even 2 combined only with 11.10. Now there is a formula while you work with the paralytic cases. What to do? Use 11.10, 11.11, and then combine it with 11.13. No need. 11.10, 9, 9, 10, and 13. This is the point. So, whenever, how to deal? You need it in 11.10, then 11.9, 11.30. If you combine this needling with Indian scale, you get very good results. The needling on 11.10 should be alternate days. The first day 15 minutes, second, third day 5 minutes, 10 minutes, fifth day 5 minutes, and then stop. And then you continue. You get very good results in the lower limbs. Very wonderful results. It's a very beautiful treatment of paralysis 11.10 in combination with 11.11, 11.10, 9 and 30. 9, 10 and 30 is a very good combination for paralysis with Indian scale. So you combine this, you get very good.
Sir, partial paralysis में does it work?
कौन बोल रहा है?
सर मैं राजेंद्र बात कर रहा हूँ सर, राजेंद्र भावसार.
अरे आवाज बहुत धीरे आ रही है. बोल राजेंद्र, क्या बात हो गई बेटा? एक मिनट राजेंद्र, ये मुझे नहीं आता. अरे क्या नाम है ये अपना? गंभीर. वो आ रहा गंभीर, वो ही करेगा इसको. हाँ, हेलो.
हाँ सर.
आवाज आ रही है?
हेलो. हाँ आ रही है सर, आपकी आवाज अभी क्लियर.
हाँ बोलो बेटा, क्या बात थी?
सर ये अगर किसी को 2 साल पहले पैरालिसिस हुआ है और if he has problem in he has problem of foot drop.
एक मिनट बेटा, मैं गंभीर को बुलाता हूँ, एक मिनट होल्ड करो, मेरे को नहीं आता इसको ऑपरेट। एक मिनट गंभीर, गंभीर, ये क्या क्या हो रहा है देखो तो बेटा, आवाज भी नहीं सुनाई देता, वो क्या बोला सामने वाला, और ये भी गायब हो गया, क्या क्या टिपा ये गायब हो गया। इसका ये बात करना चाहता हूँ, आवाज नहीं आ रहा इसका, सुनाई नहीं देता, वॉल्यूम हाई करो।
हेलो,
एक मिनट रुको बेटा,
हाँ
आवाज नहीं आ रहा हमको, इसको थोड़ा सा लाइट आवाज है, इसको यहाँ से वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ। कहाँ है? 100 है, ये ऊपर खाली है ना? हाँ बोलो बेटा, बोलो।
सर, अगर सिर्फ फुट ड्रॉप का प्रॉब्लम है।
हाँ
हेलो,
हाँ बेटा, आवाज आवाज नहीं आ
आफ्टर
रही, बोलो।
पैरालिसिस, आफ्टर स्ट्रोक, ब्रेन स्ट्रोक। हेलो, 2 साल
तो
पहले
मेरे
मेरे को
मोबाइल में
स्ट्रोक
फोन
हुआ
करो,
है।
फिर बात होती है, मैं वो लाउड स्पीकर पर रखता हूँ।
ठीक है सर,
ये
ठीक है।
पुट मी
मैं
ऑन योर
एक्चुअली
मोबाइल।
मोबाइल से मैंने कनेक्ट किया हुआ है।
आवाज नहीं आ रही, बिल्कुल आवाज नहीं आ रही, आपकी कंप्यूटर से आवाज नहीं आ रही, आवाज नहीं आ रही मेरे पास।
मैंने 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 मोबाइल से कनेक्ट किया हुआ है, मेरा लैपटॉप पे नहीं है।
अच्छा, क्या
हेलो,
सवाल क्या है बेटा, पूछो।
सिर्फ फुट ड्रॉप का अगर प्रॉब्लम है पोस्ट पैरालिसिस, पोस्ट स्ट्रोक, तो विल इट वर्क दैट एफिशिएंटली? क्या फिर अगर बहुत
नहीं नहीं,
सीवियर
देखो
केस में
फुट
ही
ड्रॉप तो
पैरालिसिस?
जनरली सी यू हैव टू सी व्हाट इज द कॉज, व्हेनेवर देयर इज ए
इट्स अ
सीवीए।
ब्रेन।
नहीं देखो, ये मैं बात कर रहा हूँ जब सीवीए की बात हो, जब सीवीए की बात हो, सीवीए का मतलब होता है सेरेब्रल वास्कुलर एक्सीडेंट, जब स्ट्रोक हो गया हो, उसके बाद अगर उसको वर्टिब्रल कुछ कंप्रेशन आए तो उसके लिए अलग ट्रीटमेंट है। जनरली क्या होता है, वर्टिब्रल कंप्रेशन का बात अलग होता है, उसके बाद फुट ड्रॉप तो रहता ही है जनरली इन सीवीए केसेस। So whenever you are dealing with CBA cases, needle 11.09, see you have to identify two things. इसमें दो बात होती है, what are the two things you have to identify, whether the patient is having compression of the nerve or also CBA. So if both are there, then you first thing is that you have to decompress it, and then you have to adopt other mechanism. But if it is only just because of CBA, then this Indian scalp in combination with 9, 10 and 11, 9, 10 and 13 with Indian scale, which you have seen in my videos, if you combine these three, yes, definitely you will get instant results in foot drop. But it should be because of CBA, not associated with the lumbar spine. So see, see, Master Tung treated this point and he became famous because of it. He was invited internationally to the president of a particular country for this. This point is near the PC9 and it strengthens the heart and and moving the blood. It improves the therapeutic function of other points in treatment of the brain stroke scalia. So this point is very effective and you have to treat it very carefully. So first time I treated it for 15 minutes. Second day I treated it for 10 minutes and third day I treated it for 3 minutes and then I stopped it. Means first time is for the gap in between the first needling and the second needling should be of 3 days or 2 days. And you cannot needle this point every day because again it will create another stroke. It will improve the blood pressure very. So this has to be dealt carefully, but combination of 11.10, 9 and 13 with Indian and this scalp is very good results. Immediate results with foot drop and movement of the limbs also. So the reaction area is heart and liver, and the nerve is medial nerve, and it gives good results. There is no doubt. This 11.11. So whenever there is a neck pain, especially cervical radiculopathy, nerve impingement, and sometimes because of the cold, and sometimes because of what? Because of night sleep, you have this pain. Yes, it gives you good results. There is no doubt about it. So whenever there is a pain in the neck pain and all, it gives results. The medial, not only means it helps, is associated, this 2 point is 11.11 is associated with what? Medial nerve. And the reaction area is heart and nerve. So whenever there is such a pain, you should see that this pain is in the upper back and neck aching and the spinal pain, lower leg pain and varicose pain. All this helps. So even in this area, it helps because I don't know much about the varicose vein, it helps or not. But in this other problems, it really helps because of heart and nerve. And more appropriately, whenever there is a post-operative case of uh, varicose vein, 11.11 gives a very good support, and that is why it is at a very good discriminating point in the Tung Acupuncture. So it is indicating the pain of the spinal vertebra. You can see in dorsal area and trunk area, and more important is the coccyx area. Coccyx area is a very low of blood supply, and cocchydynia is the biggest problem which we are suffering from. So in cocchydynia, what are the points you will use? You go straight and just below the occipital vertebrae. You will see 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. 3 points. And when there is a severe pain of cocchydynia, use this 11.11 with this 3 points at the occipital for 2 points. They will get immediate results in cocchydynia. No doubt about it. Here comes 11.12. It's a very good point in this location is pain in the upper liver, pain in the supraorbital nasal bone pain, especially in sinusitis. Now, when there is a inflammation in this area, it gives very good recovery for that. So 11.12 is a very good point for this, and it helps a lot of problem in, especially in the anti-lumbar pain because of fever and all. When you see because of PIBD, musculoskeletal region and other areas of the pain, you will see large number of pain in these areas, and because of this, when you suffer, it is because of the kidney deficiency. And 11.12 is a very good point for treating this type of problem. These are 2 point unit. These 2 points are sufficient enough. Need not to take the third point. 2 points. 11.12 means 11.12. Prick, prick, finish. And see the results. And this is the magic of 2. So the anatomy superficial radial nerve, the ulnar nerve is the touching area, and the kidney area is the reaction area. The 2 point is 11.12 is excellent to in supraorbital ridge region. And female patients, if you see, if you combine with 17.03 and kidney 1 with 11.1 and kidney 1 or 11.1, it gives very good results with various combinations. In my case, I will just combine it with kidney 1. 11.12 in whenever there is a severe pain when I could not subside, I just use it with this one. Kidney 1. 11.12 with kidney 1. So this is a very good point when there is a tachycardia. So when you see the child crying at night, do not try to bleed them. Use the laser pen. Especially in child crying at night, 11.13 is competent enough to recover this. But when there is a severe palpitation, people do not see. Even in old age, suddenly you see a person's wife died or husband died, and the patient has got a palpitation, especially tachycardia, you will see. There is a lot of chest pain because of tachycardia. हेलो, हाँ आपको गाड़ी मिली? कौन बोल रहे हैं? तौफिक, मैं वेदांत था सो क्लास लो सो क्लास लो सो वेदांत हॉस्पिटल मैंने क्लास लो सो So whenever there is a question of this one, you should not needle the pain. This one, what you call you should not damage the nerve. You should just bleed superficially, number one. And second, don't use 3A needle, just use this one, what you call lancet, the diabetic patient. And secondly, when the people are crying, and the small children, they cry too much in night. Just put some laser pen there. Use one laser pen, I will teach you here. I've used it in my nephew's case when she was a small child. This was very effective. 11.0. बढ़िया point है. सोने देता रहा. Especially in cases of facial palsy, some people were asking me, which is very good point. With local needling, when you use 11.14, it's a very good combination for facial palsy. And it gives very good relief when there is muscular atrophy in shoulder region. Shoulder region, when there is a muscular atrophy, it's very good recovery of the pain because the patient suffers from high number of problems and then it recovers that area. So this is very good direction to that. And then it comes to insert 0.52 needles in the depth to recover this. And the insertion of needle is this one. And you use with therapeutic needling on the local needling, use combined with 11.17 14, combine 11.14 with therapeutic needling on the local area and some scalp on this same day result. So this is again another point. Also combine it with 11.10. So you will get a good result. Combine 11.10 on the first day and 11.17 with scalp acupuncture and some local manipulation on the facial like this. You get very good results. 11.15. 11.15 is a very good point of CJ, and it just see whenever there is a low, very severe pain. आ गया रेगुलर वेरी गुड राजा प्रताप वेरी गुड सो
Down one is March 44.
just 1 minute. What's a webinar level?
Oh.
International. कागज लाओ पेन कागज लो
17 February, Mariapur, Moirapur. 17 February, Moirapur,
हरियापुर
Rani Moirapur. And March 14, Fortune.
बोल दो ना
Major by the side of the country. That was one I educa. And to March 24, Saturday to July.
तो ये तो कॉम्बाइन कर
The tinta already मैंने fix. Medicine तो बाने में ready कोई हुआ है. बस banner तो बना हुआ ताते add कोई चीज़ है.
इसे जो मशीन तो दीजिए आपको
और ना केतिवा ना मैं मोर ड्राइवर बजेट पे हुई ड्राइवर तो पूछे तो आनी आता दिख जब भी काउंटर फोन का कोई मुला फोन कर दी इसी मशीन का वो बेबी कॉर्नर दिखवा सर
बेबी
वालमार्ट बेबी का से मोर आगर itu word আছে তারপর আনি
I'm sorry, I'm in my medical duty. म्यूट कर दिया था क्या कर सकता है so I'm sorry I'm in my medical duty in my hospital so in between I have to attend the patients also and I have to do my classes also okay so 11.15 is a very good point for the low back pain frequent trustee especially in diabetic cases you feel a lot of trustiness and in other places also in especially when you have a lot of stress yeah a lot of problems comes in the human body because of stress and then you will see frequency of thirstiness is there. So 11.15 also see whenever drinking water is good but whenever it's a problem for thirstiness frequently you drink and then it becomes a case of disease. And in that case, this 11.15 is very good because it nourishes kidney and it removes the fire from the kidney. And this is what I find it's very effective for even in tachycardia, bradycardia, and other areas. This point is very good. And the ulnar nerve is the reaction area, is liver and kidney. And then Master Tung used to say this point fit with latimus dorsal region. You can combine this with BL43 and then you will say you get very good results in certain problems, especially uh, in fatigue syndrome. So whenever you find a patient having chronic fatigue syndrome, this combination also helps. Go the 11.15 with BL43, it helps. And 88.09 also it helps. Combining. Now see whenever there is a pain called arthritis, lumbar this arthritis. So what I do is that I combine it with YNSA. In YNSA, I needle this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-point unit adjacent to here. And in combination with 11.16. Combining 11.16 with YNSA point, it gives very good recovery and it recovers polyarthritis and multiple joint pain. Also, it also helps you to recover from the knee pain. Combining with PC6 and heart 7 and with BL40, it gives wonderful results instantly. Knee osteoarthritis, which gives you great. Even in Delovalcon, you'll get good results with this. Then come 11.17. 11.17 is very good when see some patients when they come and shout at your clinic when you get frequent irritable. 11.17 plays a very good role. It removes the fire of the liver and it gives very good results in this case. So this is another point which I enjoy using 11.17. So even you will see medial nerve and the in splenomegaly, you will see patient common cold dryness of skin and skin disease of hands. So liver fire, equivalent spin, agitation, and all these things really help. This point is closely associated with the fire in the gallbladder and also simultaneously clears the liver, thus supporting the cold treatment in discharge from the nasal problems. Because see, there is a lot of nasal discharge also in child and also put some laser pin in this area. Na? 11.17. So that also it also subsides the irritation, frequent irritation, tachycardia, bradycardia also. 11.17 it helps. Needling 11.17 with 11.3 also gives a soothing relief to the hypertensive patient who are frequently irritable. Some patient who comes and shouts in the temper, say him to sit down and put 11.17. Out of 5 minutes, his temper shuts down. This point is very good for that reason. Then comes 11.18. 11.18 is called pi zone. Pi means spleen and zone means swelling. So whenever there is a swelling in the splenomegaly and all, you can see 11.17 plays an important role. It is in the second plenum. And here you can see it's on just above the bone. 1 into 2 point unit. So it's a fibrosis of the spleen inflammation, needle 1/2 in the depth. So when you see pi zone, it's very effective point for treating spleen disease in varied form because of its it promotes that it's combined with 11.88.12, 13 and 4 and gives excellent result in combination with 88.01 and 0.2 for gastritis, indigestion and abdominal pain. So if you want to achieve a very good result in splenomegaly, spleen inflammation and fibrosis of the spleen, you combine 11.18 with 88.12, 13 and 14. And then for gastritis problem, combine it with 88.01 and 88.02 with liver 2 and 11.18. This gives very good result. This point is a fire point, so it helps you the treatment of hiccup because of the stomach and pericardium. So you will see certain patients who are hacking. It does not stop. Use 11.18. It helps in combination with 88.01 and 88.02. This comes to 11.19. See, 11.19 is another point which helps you to recover. It's a 2 point unit, and it's you can see the outer phalanx of the middle finger. You can see the needling of this Veto needle. It is given here, and it is very good for palpitation and heart disease, especially in stenosis. Also, it helps, and then pneumatic heart disease also this helps. 11.19 is a very good one, and large number of problems could be subsided with this area. The reaction nerve is medial nerve and the palmar distal nerve. Reaction area is heart. That is very for sure. Heart palpitation, heart organ disease, rheumatic heart disease, and obstruction pulsar of the stenosis it helps you. And then the most important is psychosomatic disorders, especially when you see schizophrenia, tachycardia, bipolar disorders. It really helps. I have used these points basically in ICCU in combination with PT.07 and first did and then needle 0.5 pen, 5-inch step to excited excellent results. See, what I did is that I needle 11.19. Before needling 11.19, I did it 30.07. I did it. Then in combination with 11.17, I needle additionally this 80.07 in a very critical case of cardiac problem. I got good results. There was no doubt about it because I got it. If combined with liver 3, PC6 and heart 7, a restless patient may get relief. Especially some patients are restless. In the hospital, we see often these patients they react very restlessly. Even I'm having Vedanta hospital, sometimes these patients they react very restlessly. What I do is I needle 11.19 with PC6 heart 7 liver 3, and the temper of the patient subsides and the patient gets good to be. This is called liver 11.20. So you can see it's a wood inflammation point, and it is very good for hepatomegaly, means liver megaly, and cirrhosis, even in hepatic cellular carcinoma and other problems. If you use 11.20, it gives very good results. The anatomy is ulnar nerve and the palmar digital nerve and reaction area is liver. Especially in these types of cases, hepatitis A, B, and C, you see this type of problem. Combination of 88.17, 18, and 19 with 11.20 and 11.10 is very much required in certain cases in the patient is able. large number of problems in the cardiogenic way, and when the patient is having liver cancer and when the right lobe is damaged by 80%, three emergency exit with this is called a three emergency exit, which we'll be learning in zone number 33. Combine it with 11.23 emergency exit, combine it with 11.20 with liver 3, heart 7, and LI 11. You will really get some very good results. In the last stages of cancer, this acupuncture gives very, very good. Yes, it gives. There's no doubt about it. Even in my cases of my father, he was days and night, and it was very difficult. This needling of these points really helps. It subsides the large number of problems of the cirrhosis of the liver and all. Yes, it subsides. Then comes 11.21. It's a very good combination with the digestive problems you have, especially in the pain of the uh, tendon, Achilles tendon. It really helps. And then it gives a very good result for this, especially in hyperacidity and all. It gives results. And you can also use GB34 with this. So generally, this point is also called as a supplementing point. Now I told you, right? Teaching that that is also called as so whenever there is a knee pain and other problems, 11.30, you can needle it with 11.30 or 11.9, especially 11.9 in combination with 11.21. 11.21 in combination with 11.9 gives very good results in knee pain, especially in osteoarthritis and all. You get very good results. You may try in your clinic and you will get it straight. It's not out. Always remember, you should not use SK36 in combination with this point. Number one. And number two, bilateral needling is to be avoided in this case. Then comes 11.22. So 11.22 is a 3-point unit and it is especially in gout. You can see gouty arthritis. You can see the location of the point is here. 1, 2, 3. And this is a 3-point unit, which is a very good for Welcome area also if there is a severe pain. In osteoarthritis, if there is a severe pain with even when there is a severe pain in chronic pain, people have tachycardia and this, it really helps you to recover from this disease. The reaction area is liver and hyperplastic osteoarthritis. You can see in Google now what is the anatomy hyperplastic osteoarthritis. It helps. Even in knee, after knee replacement, you will find a lot of complication in this type of knees. So it helps. So what you need to do? You should take the needle towards the bone while you treat this osteoarthritis because bone treats the bone. So kidney nourishes the bone. So when you insert the needle, you have to put the needle towards touching the bone. But you get good results. It's 11.23. 11.23 is very good for eye problem. You can see in the sclera of the eye, there is some white patches out here. This one. And when there is itching, the whole eye becomes red and other problems are very dry. You can use 11.23 for that reason. Many types of hepatitis and chronic diarrhea and colitis also can be treated in combination with liver 3, 38.12, 13, and 14. So combine 12, 13, and 14 with this point, 11.23. It gives very good results in even the eyes, the hyperacidity, diarrhea, especially in chronic colitis. You may advise the patient, even Madam used to advise the patient to take pineapple loaves until the stool becomes black. You have to continue pineapple loaves with this treatment for more than. See, chronic colitis cannot be cured, but if you work with chronic colitis in combination of this, you will teach this to the patient. He has to needle 88.12, 13, and 14 with liver 3 and 11.23. If you use 11.23 with this combination, it really helps in working with colitis. And pineapple loaves helps. You have to advise the patient to take pineapple loaves early in the morning, but not vegan vinegar inserted one. This would be the fresh one, and it really helps in this chronic colitis. This is called Fuki. Fuki is very good point for large number of gynae problems. It is called the whom is it's called the Department of Gynae in the head to make you answer. Yes, because I saw a lot of problems, dysmenorrhea, leukaria, menstruation, irregular menstruation. Fuki really have. Combining it with other points, you get really good results. Sometimes you'll get those results by which you will be amazed. Ah, this is possible. Yes, it is possible. Inflammation of the uterus. Sometimes these doctors they question me, Sastry, what you are speaking is it possible? I said, okay, put the needles yourself and see for that. And they used to insert the needle as per my demonstration. And they used to insert, and when they used to get results, and then they would say, my goodness, the needles work so well. I say, yes, it works so well. Right now, one gynecologist, he is a senior chief medical officer from a whole company, retired. Obviously, when he came to know that UTI can be treated so easily, he was amazed to see. Yes, this helps. So, it's 11.25. You see this children having fooling from the mouth and this one. Never into this area for the children. For what you need to do is that you just put some laser paint. 11.25 has to be put some laser paint. If you put laser paint, you get good results.
Sir.
It's 11.26.
Hello, sir.
It's on the bone. So.
Hello, sir.
हाँ. Who is speaking?
सर ये
इसको बाद में बात करते हैं, क्लास खत्म होने दो, बहुत लंबा क्लास है ये. So 11.26 is a very good point in diabetic wound. Whenever you see your wounds cannot be healed, use 11.26. This is a 3-point unit, and it helps. So whenever you will see you can see some marks, low green in the face, hands, and all. So gradually, if you insert this 11.26, it gives a very good. You can see the location of the point. The midline of the dorsal perimaxillary senex of the thumb. So supply to the superficial radial nerve and abscess of the many years. See malignancies. During malignancy, abscess are formed. So and even after post-operative abscesses are formed in non-healing wounds. What we say. So especially in diabetic foot and all, we get this one. So we have treated my own mother's case when she was having diabetic foot, and then it was very difficult for her to recover. We continuously needed with other points, and we got very good results in this one. Inserting needle in both sides is forbidden, even in cases of herpes zoster. This gives very good result. And I will show you how we work in herpes zoster. Today I have a patient in our hospital who is having herpes zoster. And I will tell you how 11.26 helps in herpes zoster. Is 11.27. So this Whenever there is a swelling in the bone joint and all, you can use this 11.27. It's a very good point. And it is called the 5 tigers. And then it gives very good results in the pain of the all multiple joints, especially arthritis and other areas. It gives very good recovery. Even when I have a very severe pain, after kneeling, I just keep kneeling, pressing this area, and it gives very good results. So in 5 tigers, I said 2 and 3 treats the toe pain. When tiger 3, top of the head pain. So whenever you have a pain here, you can see. Use tiger 4 to treat the dorsal foot pain and tiger 5 as the heel pain. To do that, you get very good. And this is what I feel. Reaction area is pain and the pop-up armor, like superficial area nerve, middle nerve, and the pop-up armor and distal nerve is the reaction area, reaction nerve. So when you use this point, it's very good for treating disease. Now we come to 22.01. 22.01 is very good for what? Cough and because it is even in pneumonia cycles and all, when there are patches in the X-rays, chronic stomach case. Combine 22.01 with different other points, it is very good result. Especially treating back pain, dorsal area, this is close area of lung changes, problems of the spleen, a large liver. Combine it with the 22.02 accompanying point of Dharma needling. This is called Dharma. I taught you differently. Combine 22.01 with Dharma needling. Now I thought it is especially in severe back pain in cases of spine disc condition, slip disc and causing nerve compression. I've used it. These days I don't use much, but then 22.01 in combination with John by 0.04 and late 3 and SI3 is very good recovery in these cases. Then comes 22.02. These two combination gives very good recovery in palpitation, fever, back pain, pneumonia, bradycardia, and other diseases. It gives very good recovery. In many types of patients, we can get to these 2 points where the severe diseases take deep pain very easily. Needle these 2 points, 22.01 is in combination. Fang Qi and Fang Fu and Dong Fu, it helps you in working with hemiplegia, monoplegia of upper lip. But even if you combine it with 11.10 and 11.9 with 11.13, monoplegia, hemiplegia of the upper limb, one-sided paralysis, it gives very good results. So you can combine this 22.01 with 22.02 with 11.09. 11.10 and 11.13, it gives very good results for that. Then comes 22.13. 22.03. 22.03 is a very good point for sciatica pain. Is in between here. Just needle this point and you get it. It's here. Just below 8.02. Yes. Needle it, just get DQ, you get instant result. Even in conjunctivitis and this heart pain, this gives very good. So 22.03 in combination with 88.12, 13 and 14 with 22.02, 22.02. Having creating two dharmas, 11, 12 and 13, it helps you in conjunctivitis and itching now. And then 99.08. No, it's okay, 12, 13, 14 is enough with 2 and 3. So if you affected with zone by, combine it with LI3, 22.03 and 4 on one hand and combine it with zone by SI3, LI3 and 8.04 in a patient, you get immediate relation sciatica. So that is also very good treatment for this. It also this energy by nourishing the lung qi. So whenever you see lung qi, whenever you see, whenever you're feeling fatigue and tired, this point acts as an antioxidant for the body and it is very good. Now comes the dabai, lingo dabai 23. It's a very good point. It works in large number of. I will take a separate class for lingo dabai combination. This lingo dabai is a very good combination. It works in large number of problems. It's called a very typical atypical structures also you can derive from this. For example, you are having cervical pain. Put lingo dabai here and put Si3 and zong by cervical pain subsides. You are having lumbar pain. Put lingo dabai. Put Ki3 on the affected area. This subsides. If you put having collarbone pain, put lingo dabai with Li3 and zong by 0.04. It subsides. So put lingo dabai, and if you are having uh, very severe headache, put lingo dabai here and put on the effector side GB 31 and 32. Migraine subside. So in large number of problems you get this results. Lingo dabai is a very important combination to acupuncture and it helps in large number of problems. In zone by I said you whenever there is morning stiffness, large number of problems we see patients having stiff neck in the morning and cannot move like this. Just put needle on zone by 22.06 and manipulate it like this. But after some time, you'll see the neck spasm is gone and it gets recovered. This is for 22.06. Very important point. It also is in, even in eye astigmatism. See, astigmatism is you can see my eyes. I see here the eyes slightly this side. This is called the radius. Generally, myopic patients people see like this. Especially in dizziness and all, it really helps. And so whenever they say kidney low back soreness, upper back low back soreness, outer ankle pain, swelling of the edema, limb exhaustion soreness, it helps. So you can see various combination of them by. So comes 22.07. It's very good for hacking up on the dependent TMJ. TMJ this point is important. It comes here. Here itself. It is very good for TMJ. The more important part is that it covers the kidney vacuity and because of the severe pain which is there because of the kidney vacuity. So in wrist and other points also you will get very good results. So combining it with Zongbai, you get very good results in TMJ, triple neuralgia. And Lingo Dabai, Zongbai, and 22.06 and 22.07 gives very good result. Very clear. Then come 22.08. It's a very good point for the enlargement of the form, one of the four limbs. Then on the outer side of the wrist and upper pin. It is not proper to use this point never use this point simultaneously. In Tung Acupuncture, never see that if you put needle in this hand, you have to put it the other hand also. Never do all this nonsense activity. It will create problems in the patient. So never do that. It's 22.09. You will see certain patients having nose bleeding. You can use 22.909 in these cases. It is reaction area is kidney in both the cases, and then it forms the kidney and it removes the vacuity of the kidney. So 22.09 and 22.010. The same indication and it is very good relief. Now comes 22.11. So it is very good for the gastritis and burning gastropathy. And whenever you have certain problems like you use this one, it is very good. Now comes 33.01. So 33.01 is a very good point. It helps you with leukemia, with redishness, irregular menstruation, and again all the other problems you see hormonal pain. This recovers. This stability in vital energies. Needling is 2.5 French changeability towards the skin. Yes. According to Dharma principle 33.0102 and 03 are located in allied channel and the points give excellent support. If basically 33.0102 and 03 are on the allocated on the allied channel, hence these points give excellent support for the treatment of agonist and dental problem. Coupling it with, for example, you see sometimes hemorrhoids in the anus and products of the rectum. So combine it with 32.02 and 32.03. Combination of 1, 2, 3 gives a lot of relief. You may even for various constipation, you may for nausea. So what to do? CV17 can be used with 33.02 and 03. Whenever you see a blue vein, just get the blue vein in this area with combination. It gives you a lot of relief from this, and it also helps you to get immediate relief from nausea. When it is 33.10, it's getting out of dizziness, blurred vision, and all. It helps you to recover this disease. You see 33.05. So 3305 very helpful in cramp and other things. It is connected actually to PC channel and located on that channel. So you will see it even in pain of the testis 33.05, especially in testicle cancer. 33.05, 33.06, and 33.07. Combination of these three is very good of pain in testicle cancer. And that's why we use these points in large number of problems. The reaction area is the radial nerve, and it also the reaction area is pericardium and heart. So, according to me, this is very good for chest pain. And whenever you see there is a chest fullness, lot of gastritis, the patient is having heavy chest feeling. This combination is very good, and here it is the combination. You can see. Then comes 33. 30 is not 33. Is a mistake out here. 33. 33.06 Hua Shen is a Hua fire and Sun mountain. So his name is Hua fire. Shen is mountain. So fire the mountain. So this point is very good for what? It's a very good combination for pain in various regions, cramps of the hands and calf. And also because if you see the mirror in this area, refers the calf it was mirroring area. So whenever you see night cramps, especially the calf region, and feeling of the trachea, feeling of heaviness of the chest, stuffy nose. You combine it with 33.5, 6, and 7. You'll get a lot of relief in that case. So whenever there is a severe pain in the lumbecus or sciatica region, combining the lingo by 33.05 with kidney 3 and kidney 1, very good result. So this point is another very good point for recovery of the patient. Then comes 33.07. It's a very good point for chronic bronchitis, rhinitis. Rhinitis is such an area when you see a dazzling thing, something sparking in your eyes. You continuously start sneezing. For example, at the same time you start 10 sneezing, 12 sneezing, 15 sneezing, 16 sneezing. Akshi, 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 akshi. It is called rhinitis. So when you continuously sneeze for 10, 20, 30 times, you will find patients having bronchial asthma, having certain problems. Combining it with 33.5, 6, 7, bingo the bite. It gives very good recovery. Good videos or sciatica. Then comes 33.08. 33.08 is a very good point when you have a very good pain in the numbness of the heel. especially in Pecosadica, people have a lot of problems. So it frequently happen. And then there is also a sports injury. You combination with ankle injury, ankle pain, and all. We have used many cases, especially in sitting like this pain has me, but so they have to strength the kind of the they keep sitting. They strength are those very high, 6, 7, 8, 33 points. These are in one area. I got immediate interest for the patient because because all this multiple complications could be spread on this combination is very good for the patient. The reaction area of this 33.08 is liver and lung, heart, to the best of my knowledge. Generally, people say it's liver, but I so there's many different. I have got skin problems and other problems from this. So I believe that liver, lung, and heart. So whenever you see liver, it's associated with the lung, and it is associated with the heart. So you have to understand the balancing protocol, balancing channels in this, and this really. Then comes 33.10. So whenever you speak about the 33.10, it's a very good point for uh, you can see 33.10, the location over here. The reaction area is liver and kidney. Told you. It's very good in hepatitis, dizziness, pleurism. So combined with it with 33.10 and 11, acute hepatitis with disorder of large intestine. In hepatitis, you will see people are having large number of knee pain now. So what to do when this large number of knee pain, combine it with 11.909, combination it with 11.09 with Ingotabai, and use 33.10 and 11 in addition to it, you get very good results for that same combination. And when there is a combination, the idea is hepatitis patients. Generally, we cannot opt for antibiotic at that area because the liver is infected at that moment. So what to do? Use this combination 33.10 and 11 with liver 3, spin 9, yeah, with some needles in the scalp, which I'll teach you. It gives very good results in the area. And also you can combine it with 66.05 and 66.06. So it gives good results. 33.11. 33.11 is also the same thing. You'll get very good results in hepatitis, and when you combine it with 88.13, 14, 12, 13, and 14, it gives very good results. So whenever there is such problem and you have seen suffering people from last stage of hepatitis, CLD, chronic liver disease, then combined with 33.10 and 11 with 12, 13, and 14, it gives very good results in hepatitis B and C. Or drug-induced hepatitis. Whenever you see people suffering from a semi-epilepsy on clinic seizure, they have to push on drugs like Tenetol and all, sodium valproate and all. These are hepatotoxic drugs, including steroids, corticosteroids. So whenever you work with corticosteroids, you have to go for alloptic coverage frequently. So if you see that SGPT, GOT, high, during that process, combine it with 33.10 with 88.12, 13, and 14, you'll get good results very shortly. This really helps. Reaction area is liver that we know very well. So it's 33.12, which is again a very good point for location of vomiting, all the same symptoms which we have seen. And then it's tachycardia, and all it helps. You can combine it with 33.12, also can be combined with the liver channel, liver 3 and liver 4. liver 3 and liver. No, you can combine it with liver 3 itself is okay. 33.12 with liver 3 and heart 7. It gives very good recovery for tachycardia, especially in anxiety neurosis and schizophrenia and psychosomatic disorders, especially hysteria. You will find this type of problem. So you use it, this combination with 33.12 with this, you'll get good results. 11-12 with PC7 and heart 7, you'll get results. So 33.13 is a very good point. It recovers you, it's in the pericardium channel, and it helps you to recover from large number of problems, especially in the shoulder chain. And all. Combine it with GB34, which is 33.13 can be combined with GB34 and Mutabine on the non-affected side. So affected side you will take 33.13, and then kidney 3 has to be used on the healthy side. So if you combine this, you get very good results. Not all. Then come 33.14. So you combine 33.14 with GB31 and 32. It gives immediate relief from cough, cold, and other problems. Also, it gives you very good relief in asthma and headache. So combination of 33.14 and 33.15 with GB34 and 31 and 32. GB31, 32 combining with 33.14 and 15. It gives relief, immediate relief in many of the symptoms which you have seen here. Then comes 33.15. This 33.15 again I told you is the same thing. Use it with 33.15 can be used 33.14 and 15 can be used with 7 tigers, 77.26 to 728. And then we can combine it with 34 at addition to 34. We'll see extend results with frozen shoulder and other problems in the patient, especially in this bursitis. Then comes 33.16. It's also nearby the pericardium area. You see a lot of number of spasm in the whole body, especially in hemiplegic cases. So what to do? Combine it with 11.10. Combine the combination with 11.10, 9 and 13. It recovers a lot of spasm in the whole body and then it recovers you. Especially in hemiplegic cases, this is a very wonderful combination to the patient. Then comes the 44.01. So 44.01 is also very good for the laryngitis, especially in this lung trouble and all that. This area, tonsillitis, laryngitis, sinusitis. So this is for sinusitis, I recommend it combined with 33.6, then 0.07, and this one. Previous combinations I have already written. If you try this combination, you get very good results. Even you can combine it with LU5 now. If you combine this with LU5, 44.01 with LU5, you get very good results in the patients. And you can also combine with 44.01, 02, and 03 for getting very good relief in the lung area. Whenever you see very severe pain in the patient, then lumpecositis, especially scoliosis. So use 44.02 with the help of kidney 3, kidney 4, and kidney 1 with the glutamine that you'll get very good results. The pain of the lower back pain, which was very severe, will start subsiding within minutes of this insertion of the needle. कितना ले लिया फोटो, ये एक पार्ट तो खत्म कर लिया, 45 में खत्म हो जाता है ये पेपर। 44.03 is a very good slide. If you see reading this, I have already seen it. Combining it in tongue, an extra one near the bow gives a very good recovery in low back pain and various other problems and diseases. Now comes 44.04. It's a very good point when you combine it with 44.03 and 55.05. It's a unique combination. 44.04, 44.05 in combination with 55.05. It covers a lot of problems, especially fatigue, headache, dizziness, especially chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, where the patients have a lot of multiple disorders and diseases. This combination gives a very good results. Even you can combine 44.04 with GB31 and 32 to get the optimum results for headache and migraine. So that's really helpful. The reaction area is liver and heart. So whenever you see this type of particular combination in 44, the reaction area is liver and heart generally. Liver, lung and heart is the general reaction area of 44, zone number 44. So hypertension, arthrosclerosis, dizziness, headache. Again, you can use this 44.05 with 44.04 and 44.03 to recover this. The reaction area is lung and heart. And, it gives also helps you to recover high blood pressure, large number of problems. 44.04, 24.5 and 6 gives a very good result, especially combining it with this clean 6 and liver 3 with PC6 gives a very good result in this type of patient. Then comes 44.06. So 44.06 is very good for shoulder pain, cervical radiculopathy, nose bleeding, and all. We combine it with 11.11. It is large intestines 11, LI 11. Yeah, QT. So combine 44.06 with QT, you will get very good results. And whenever you see this as a case of military here, you put it combine it with 44.06, with 11.10, 11.9, and 11.8. Combining 44.06, 11.10, and 13, you get very good results in one, nose bleeding and paralysis, especially paralysis. Combine it with 11.10, 9, and 13. It's a very good combination with 44.06 and 7. Combine 44.06, 44.07 with 11.9, 11, 11.10, 11.9 and 13. Mid Indian scale. Middle results of paralysis you will see. So it's a 44.07. Whenever you see speech aphasia, so what to do in speech aphasia? Needle it is 44.007 and combine it with sensory motor, two-thirds of the lower of the motor line. So you will see in sensory line you take the upper two-thirds, needle it, and motor line two-thirds is over here in your scale. And combine it with 44.07 and take local needling and manipulate the below the cut. Weakness of the voice also recovers with this. Then comes 44.08. So the reaction area is generally the heart and the liver. 44.08 is very good for affecting of the stomach, cold and pain, and swelling elbow, especially in golfers elbow and tennis elbow. You will get very good results for this, and patient gets very good results in this type of patient cases. It helps you, gives you a very good result in lung, heart, and liver. I told you, and it helps you to for head pain, swollen elbow, and large number of problems you can recover with this case. Now comes 44.09. So 44.09 is a very good point for heart disease, arteriosclerosis, and other problems. So whenever you treat with these cases, you get very good results and very good effectiveness is there in the patient. It's come 44.10. So see, 44.10, whenever there is a calf pain, patient is suffering from diabetes, use whenever there is lot of problems, you have to combine certain points, especially you can use one midline, one 3-tooth needle directly on the midline and combine it with 44.10, especially split 9 and split 9B and split 10 and 6. It's very good results in diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes mellitus. And then also it has to leukemia. Leukemia, you combine it for 44.10 with Fuki. Fuki is a very good gynecological point. It helps you in treating large number of problems in large number of cases. Reaction area is 6 balls, it is 6, and you have to needle it with 1.5 chew. So 44.89 and 10 is a very good combination with Fuki. Fuki is a very good point in recovering a number of problems in the patient. Which I have already told you. You have to go through this book. It will help you to understand this chapter very well. So, vaginitis and all I have treated with this point 44.11, but I have not treated in polio cases. So that I do not know what is the results in polio cases, but whenever I speak about 44.11, it gives a very good result. Reduced discharge, you will see in lady female, it gives a reduced discharge. So combine it with 44.11 with 10, 11 and 12, 88.10, 11 and 12, you will get a very good results in vaginal discharge and other problems. So there can be two dharma which has to be created, 44.10 and 44.11 with 16, 13 and 18. So combine it with this 16, 13 and 18 and 88 together, you get a very good result in dharma. This is called the Ambed's wife. In our clinic, this point is called the Ambed's wife because Ambed had a girlfriend and she often used to have making her describe that. And he was very frequently tired of taking her to gynecologist. So Ambed one day approached me, sir, my wife is having this combination, what to do? Even they reduced discharge and menstruation does not stop. And then they got a lot of sexual problems because he could not have sexual relationship with her for months because of this disease. So what did he do? Yeah, and then I treated it with this combination with 4.10 and 11 with Fuki. And then it gave a very good result. And then I used 55.04, also gives very good result in this complications. And that is why Kabir is always associated with me because I had this concept. Maybe just put some few dry needles and this wet menstruation was overcome with the help of conservative treatment and this combination. We needed some conservative treatment because the infection was very high, the antibiotics were required. But when you use this, it helps because it is combined with the tonification of the skin. So 44.13 is a very good point. It helps you to recover in hypertension. Generally, when people generally suffer from CVA because of hypertension and beta blockers. So whenever you see people are irritable, angry, tachycardia, fatigue, it is just because of 44, because of their fatigueness in the heart, the energy subsides. The heart is called the apparatus of the body. So whenever you find this type of problem in the patient, it's a lot of things to be understood. So in 44.30, you really get a chance to assess this needling way and you get a lot of recovery. That is what important about this needling is. हाँ? हाँ ठीक है खत्म करेगा ना 55 में करके खत्म 55 55 के बाद है 66 67 कल करें खाना खा के करा नहीं वो और करेगा
तो ये तो बनने वाले सब टाइप होते हैं नेक्स्ट क्लास करने के लिए करते हैं सारे होते हैं किसी क्लास का है इधर
अब तो अभी 12 घंटा पढ़ाता है अभी हम 18 घंटा पढ़ाएगा 3 तब तो क्या करेगा
दूसरा में जो कर लेगा उसको दूसरी बात है अब उसने काम लिया
तुम्हारा काम है ये बोलो ना तुम्हारा तो यहाँ भी काम है तो बात नहीं
कराएगा दूसरा काम तो वैसे
down one kneeling of 44.13 and 13 gives excellent result mentioned. 44.14, I already told you 13, 14 days, it's a very good number combination. Combine it with liver 2, liver 3. Liver 2, liver 3 with 13 and 14 gives a very good combination with hypertension. And sometimes you have to bleed certain points within the helix of the ear. If you combine with these two and bleed the helix of the ear, the BP comes down. Sometimes use Frenchy and Fenco. Frenchy is very important here. Just to put Frenchy combination of Frenchy with 44.14 gives very good results in this type of cases. When in 17 you will find the same thing or some of the iron. So you can combine it stomach 41 for 15, 16, 17 with stomach 41, 50, 41 and 44 will give you very good results in dorsum of the pain in the dorsum of the hand, carpal tunnel syndrome, numbness, especially calculus of the kidney, the pain because of the calculus of the kidney. Also, you will get a very good support from this pain. This is the 55.01. So 55.01 is a OFR, bow, rappers, and involves the back. So it is a very good point. I told you already. It's a very good pain. Whenever we have used with combination of other points, when difficulty in labor pain, whenever the patient is in very severe labor pain, especially again this was a matter to be mentioned. Important case. Gambhir's wife was about to delivery. She was having normal delivery and he was very much worried because of the pain. We combined 55.01 to a slightly deeper level and we continuously patient it with other points, including life or another points. We got very good results. The pain was subsided by more than 70%. We do it in labor room, this type of treatment. We get results. No problem. 55.02. So photophobia in eye problems, you will see this point. Depending related that is pigmentosa, I found this point is very good and it gives very good results in the patient. It helps you even if to take TMJ, you will find this type of relief from this disease. And when in deafness, tinnitus, especially tinnitus due to deafness due to tinnitus, you will get this type of relief in this point. 50.02 is very good. Here the needle 5.510. Then comes 54.03. It's a very good needling point, and if you see just below the second finger, the location is this. It's a very good point for the arm pain. It supports the patient in a very good way. Thickness of the fingers and all, the forearms and all. Because you can see the very good combination for holography. Sometimes in writer's cramp, primary hand dystonia, secondary hand dystonia, 55.03 is a very good point. It becomes a very good pain in the patient. Then comes 55.04. It's a single point if combined with Lingudabai. 55.04 gives a very good relief in this pain, especially in sciatica, because sciatica, lower back pain, sciatica pain. Nerve compression, especially for L5 and 5S1. See, one thing we should remember while treating a patient that pain makes a vein restless, and if you do not treat it properly, you get a very good suffering of this. So one part of this is that if you recover the pain and then you treat the disease, there is no problem. And that is why in this hospital, Miranda Hospital and other hospitals, acupuncture played an important role in a problem, and then the patient gets very good recovery of the situation. So you can needle it towards the bone and then you get very good results. It's slightly painful. While inserting the needle, ask the patient to breathe in and then the pain subsides. So similarly, 55.05 is a very good combination of gastritis pain and other pain, other combinations are always there. We'll continue to discuss in other classes. So here we have discussed about chapter 55, which was actually you study as practice. I'm sure this to make acupuncture is a very good point and it gives you very good disease. And it recovers you to a great extent because tongue acupuncture is a magical point. You say insert the needle and see the relief. Before you drink your water, before your water is completed, for example, I have taken a water, I have started drinking. Before it is in my stomach, the pain should subside. This is what Master King said. This is the perfection of tongue acupuncture. That is why you should recover tongue acupuncture, learn tongue acupuncture in a proper way. Practical training is required. I just gave you a summary of the subject. We'll try to have another class within 1 or 2 days to combine complete the 3 more zones. So almost tongue acupuncture 50% completed with 55 tongue points. So another 3 zones, 6, 7, 8 is left. 9, 10 is not that important. Then we'll complete DT and BT points at a time. And then we'll explain you about certain diseases and how in eye disease and other diseases tongue acupuncture is used. So almost 80% of the syllabus will be completed. Then we'll be completing you about Korean acupuncture technique, YNSA, auricular acupuncture, and your syllabus is finished. And then we have some practical sessions from the YouTube. I'll be going after some time. I'll teach you how to recover. I'll show you how to recover the pain in and burning sensation of herpes zoster. So this is the point, herpes zoster. 11.26. So I'll show you how to use this pain of herpes zoster, this one. This. It will help you to understand large number of problems, but this class of one participant is very boring to teach. हाँ बोलो जलील, कुछ पूछना है? जलील,
Yes, sir.
कुछ पूछना है?
Hello.
Okay with you?
Okay, sir.
Lot of discussion is left. Tongue acupuncture is not easy. In 3 hours it will be completed. It's a continuous class. I will show you in my Facebook. Be connected to my Facebook. You will see large number of cases, and I will show you today how I work with 11.26 in herpes zoster. I'll show you practically. You will see me right now working in herpes zoster. After some time, the patient is having his food, and then I will show you how to use 11.26 in herpes zoster. Okay. So be connected to my
Okay.
Facebook videos. These are practical classes which I teach, and you'll know how to manage critical cases by acupuncture.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Any complaints with me?
No, sir.
Agbansu, anything you want to ask me? Agbansu, Agbansu, hello, 1, 2, 3, Agbansu. Any?
Yes, sir.
Any?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What is your full name? Setiori.
I want to ask you, are the 2 points only for acute pain?
No.
Only for acute pain, no.
No. It works with large number of problems. I told you, no, it works with cardiogenic problems and all. But yes, in pain, it gives instant results. The moment you put needles, it gives frequent results. That is, put the needle and you get the result. Large number of problems you can use it. You see, slow bring, And then also I will show you how we work in what do you call herpes. It's a very difficult disease, herpes zoster. I'll show you in my Facebook how I needle in herpes zoster these points. So, हेलो कौन बोल रहे हैं हेलो बाबू कहाँ से हाँ हाँ याद आ गया बोलिए वो कोई दूसरा जाएगा उसका शंकर का शादी है भाई का मैं अभी बात करता हूँ मोहसिन से बात करता हूँ हो जाएगा वो आपको जाके बोलो कि बताएंगे देखिए मेरा इसमें कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं होता है मैं खाली भेज देता हूँ आपसे बात करेंगे आप बात कर लीजिए मेरा उसमें पर्सनल कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं होता है आप लोग इसे पूछ लेते हैं ना पूछ लेते हैं बस हम इतना रिक्वेस्ट कर देते हैं कि भाई आप मुझे so you can treat large number of problems, large number of diseases with this, and we'll show you how to work with herpes zoster. Herpes zoster is a very clinical, difficult problem to be dealt with. Generally, it is treated with fever. The patient is accompanied with severe pain, fever, burning sensation. So 11.26 with lingodabai will give you a lot of relief, and especially the wife of Gambhir always suffered from herpes and all these problems. So this type of point we have got very good results. So we'll show you today Facebook how to work 11.26 acupuncture and various other diseases I will show you in coming classes. The practical videos will be on Facebook because from here I cannot show you practically. For videos you have to log in at MK Sastry, MKSSTRY. You have to add me in Facebook. I'm sure it will help you. Thank you so much. Recording man. Thank you, Vaish.